Parkinson disease, understanding the Seki palsy. So let's try to understand today what is the Parkinson disease. So Parkinson disease is a progressive neurological disorder that affects millions of people worldwide. This condition, characterized by the tremor, stiffness and difficulty with the movement and coordination, has a long and intriguing history. Our journey today will cover its historical background, causes and symptoms, and the latest advancement in the treatment and research on Parkinson disease. So let's start with the history. The earliest known description of symptoms resembling Parkinson disease can be tracked back to the Asian civilization. In ancient India, the Ayurvedic text Charka Samhita, written around 600 BC, describes a condition called Kampvata, which translates into tremor disorder. However, more detailed account of the condition began to emerge in the 17th century. In the 1672, English physician Thomas Sadham provided a comprehensive description of what he called the shaking palsy, detailing tremor, muscle stiffness, and difficulty with movement. The true breakthrough in the understanding Parkinson disease came in 1897 when James Parkinson, an English physician, published his seminal work, an essay on shaking palsy. In this essay, Parkinson meticulously described the symptom, progression, and potential causes of the condition based on his observation of 6 patients. His work was groundbreaking because he recognized that the condition was distinct from the other neurological disorder of the time, provided a detailed account of the symptom, and suggested that the condition might have a specific underlying cause. Let's talk about the advancing understanding and treatment. So following Parkinson essay, research and the researchers and physicians made significant advancement in the understanding and treating the condition. In the late 19th century, French neurologist Jean-Martin Charcot further characterized the disease and introduced a term called Parkinson disease, which is in honor of James Parkinson's pioneering work. In the early 20th century, researchers began exploring the underlying pathology of Parkinson disease. In 1912, the German neurologist Friedrich Levy discovered abnormal protein deposited, now known as Lewy bodies, in the brain of Parkinson patients. And this discovery provided a crucial insight into the neurological mechanism behind the disease. Throughout the 20th century, various treatments were developed to manage the symptom. In 1960, the discovery of the neurotransmitter dopamine and its role in disease led to development of levodopa, a medication that remains a cornerstone of the Parkinson treatment today. So now let's talk about the causes and symptoms of the Parkinson disease. The primary causes is the degeneration and death of dopamine producing neurons in the region of brain called substantia nigra. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter that plays a crucial role in regulating movement and coordination. The exact reason for this neuronal degeneration are not fully understood, but the researchers believe that the combination of genetic and environmental factors may contribute. Genetic factors include certain mutations linked to an increased risk of developing Parkinson disease, particularly in early onset or familiar forms. So environmental factors such as exposure to certain toxic like pesticide and heavy metals or head injury and certain viral infections have also been implicated as a potential risk factors. Now let's discuss one by one all symptoms of Parkinson disease. So the primary symptoms of the Parkinson disease are motor related and that include tremor. Tremor means involuntary shaking or trembling, often starting in one hand or arm and gradually spreading to the other part of the body. And the second is bradykinesia, slowness of the movement, making it difficult to initiate and complete movements. Third, stiffness and resistance to movement in the muscles, often leading to a stooped posture. Fourth is postural instability, So impaired balance and coordination increase the risk of fall. In addition to these motor symptoms, Parkinson's disease can also cause non-motor symptoms such as cognitive impairment, depression, anxiety, sleep disturbance, constipation, and fatigue. What is the treatment and management for the Parkinson's disease? While there is currently no cure for Parkinson's disease, various treatment and management strategies are available to help manage the symptom and improve quality of life. So we will go now one by one medication for the Parkinson's disease. So levodopa, the converted into the dopamine in the brain, helping to replenish the depleted level of the neurotransmitter and alleviate the motor symptom. Next, dopamine agonists. So mimic the effect of dopamine in the brain and can be used alone or combination with levodopa. Next is MAO-B inhibitor. So prevent the breakdown of dopamine in the brain, prolong its effect. Other medications like the anticholinergics, amantadine and COMT inhibitor are also used to manage a specific symptom or complications. Next is deep brain stimulation, DBS. So the deep brain stimulation is a surgical procedure where electrodes are implanted in a specific area of the brain to deliver electrical impulses, helping to regulate abnormal brain activity and improve motor symptoms. Next is lifestyle modification and supportive therapy that include exercise and physical therapy, help maintain mobility, flexibility and balance, and may have a neuroprotective effect. Speech and occupational therapy. So assist with the communication, slowing difficulties and daily living activity. And the next is dietary changes. So a balanced diet with the antioxidant and certain supplement may help to reduce the oxidative stress and support brain health. Next, counseling and support group. So provide the psychological support and help patients and their family cope with the emotional and social challenges of living with the Parkinson's disease. So what is the current status of research and future direction for Parkinson's disease? So researchers around the world are actively working to better understand the underlying mechanism of Parkinson's disease and develop more effective treatment and potential cure. So one of the research is stem cell therapy. So stem cell therapy holds the promise for the potential regeneration and replacement of damaged dopamine producing neuron in the brain. Clinical trials are underway to explore the safety and efficacy of the various stem cell based approaches. Another exciting research progress is gene therapy. So gene therapy involves introducing genetic material into cell to modify or replace faulty gene associated with Parkinson's disease. So researchers are investigating ways to deliver therapeutic gene to the brain with the goal of slowing or reversing the progression of disease. Another exciting research is going on in immunotherapy. So immunotherapy aims to modulate the immune response and potentially halt the progression of disease, as emerging research suggests that inflammation and immune system dysfunction may play a role in its development. There are other research like neuroprotective strategy include the use of antioxidant, anti-inflammatory agent and other compounds that may help protect and preserve the dopamine producing neuron in the brain. Next is biomarker development. So the biomarker development is a crucial area of research, as reliable biomarker could aid early diagnosis, monitoring disease progression and evaluating the effective of the new disease. So in conclusion, we can say the Parkinson's disease has been subjected to fascinating and study for the century. James Parkinson's groundbreaking work in the early 19th century laid the foundation for our modern understanding of the condition. And while significant progress has been made in managing the symptom and improving the quality of life for those are affected, the search for the cure continues. So thank you for the watching and see you in the next video.